Here we have an AMD Radeon Sapphire Nitro Plus 6950 XT that came in for repair. And the problem is a melted connector. We see a lot of melted connectors or burnt connectors on 4080s, 4090s, but never on a Sapphire Nitro Plus. The card has 3 connectors, an 8-pin, 8-pin, and a 6-pin. The middle pin, or the middle connector, not pin, the middle connector, one of the pins, melted. Let me show you. Now, the card came in with a stock cable. Big Boss had to remove the cable, and he put the card on my bench. We're going to have to replace that connector. And then we can invoice and mail the card back to the customer. What caused that connector to melt? I don't know. It's the first time we see a Sapphire Nitro Plus that came in for a burnt connector. So I would not say this is a common issue. Probably a user error, a power supply issue, or a cable issue. One of the 3. Before we start the video, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor PCBWay. PCBWay is a China Shenzhen-based PCB manufacturer and printed circuit board assembler with more than a decade in the field of PCB prototype and fabrication. They offer a wide variety of services including 3D printing, CNC machining, sheet metal fabrication, and much more. PCBWay is committed to meeting all your PCB needs. They offer quality, on-time delivery, and competitive pricing. 1 to 2 layer boards starts at $5 with 24 hours turnaround. Get an instant quote by visiting PCBWay.com or click on the link below and make sure to check them out. If we start seeing more of the Sapphires coming here for a burnt connector, then it will be a concern. But we're going to rule this as likely, I don't know, a user error. We'll see. If you know anyone that had a burnt connector on their Nitro cards, let me know. Leave it down in the comments. Or if you are aware of such issue. I just want to preheat the board. And then we can use low melt to finish the job. I mean, look at the solder joints. They did not even flinch. We have 450 degrees Celsius. And the connector is laughing in my face. But, as always, we're going to show the connector who's the boss. Fume extractor on. And we're going to start with this one right here. The magic of low melt solder. I keep mentioning this in every video. Low melt solder is magic. The tools that we are using for this repair: hot air station, low melt solder, flux, the microscope, articulating arm, the light, power supplies, all the tools we carry and sell in our shop. All items are in stock, and orders almost always ship out same day. Just log into NorthridgeFix.com, click on shop, add to cart, check out, pay, and you can expect your order to ship out same day. Now, we do not have enough flux on the bottom here, so now what I need to do is raise up the card a bit so we can push on the connector, and the connector should drop right on the bench. Right, and that connector is out. That connector fell right through. And now we're going to be using the solder sucker to remove solder. I have the vertical tip and not the one that we cut out at an angle. I do not want to replace it right now. So what we're going to do is apply hot air onto that connector. And we're going to suck solder from the holes one by one. And we're done. Wow. The 3D solder all done. Look at this. Wow. Wow. And to be honest, I like using the NF sucker in this motion, in a vertical motion, like this. I feel like I have a lot of control, and I'm pretty quick at doing it. And the last couple of videos, what we did is, the sucker comes with two tips. What we did is we cut one of the tips at an angle so we can tilt that sucker under the microscope and see what we are doing. But I felt like I do not have good control when that sucker is in a tilted position like this. I have a lot of control when the sucker is like this. So right now we did 8 holes in 8 seconds. Engage, click, engage, click, engage, click. So I feel like I'm more used to it when it's in a vertical position like this. Engage it, click. I love it. I love it. The only reason I cut that tip at an angle in the last video is so that we can tilt the sucker and so that you can see what I'm doing under the microscope. But my personal preference is a vertical motion. And we're gonna put that 8-pin connector right here. Just like that. All right. Now I'm gonna hold the connector from the bottom, and we're gonna start soldering the new connector. UPS guy is here, and Big Boss wants me to help him. We have a lot of packages that we need to ship out. So, just a second. We have about 90 packages that we need to load in the UPS truck. No, okay. All right. And let's go ahead and clean up. We are done. And we'll check on those joints to make sure everything is better than factory. We're gonna use 99% isopropyl, the NorthridgeFix brush, anti-static brush, and of course, Amtech wipes. I'm just removing any residue of flux so we can mail this back to the customer in a better than factory condition. All right, so the connector is soldered on, and amazing. Wow. All we need to do is plug the card in and make sure it works. And we're gonna turn the power supply on, and we wanna see something on the screen here. How can we do this? So let's turn the power supply on. Let's keep monitoring the monitor, monitoring the monitor. Yes. Yes, right there. All right, we're done. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think. Leave it down in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll do something else in the next video.